What is up, guys? Thanks for checking out Life of Bliss. Today we are going to be looking at the Monoprice 8-inch Amber in-ceiling speakers that I'm going to be installing in my media area for Dolby Atmos. We are also going to be taking a look at the 8-inch cans that you can install on the back side of these speakers to give them an enclosure to give a better bass frequency response. After we get these installed, I also have the 8-inch Alpha series speakers in my bar area, and we're going to take a look at how they sound compared to the Amber model, as well as how they sound without the metal can compared to with the metal can. The ones in my bar area do not have those on there. These are about an $80 option to add on to the back of the speakers. So I didn't really feel like for the bar area that was necessary, but for the home theater side, I went ahead and got those. So let's go ahead and take a look at these and then get to work on installing them in the ceiling. So the Monoprice 8-inch in-ceiling speaker runs about $150 off of their website. It comes with a Kevlar woofer here, 8-inch woofer, the 1-inch ribbon tweeter in the center, and all of the crossover components are here on the back side. Looks to be pretty nice build quality. You've got your speaker terminals here on the back. You've got a bass port here which you can remove with a couple of screws, and that is for use with the cans if you install those. And here are the magnetic speaker grills that come with the speakers as well. Now for installing these, they do come with a template for you to use on the cutouts for your ceiling. I actually already have cut these out and put bracing in my ceiling as well, which you don't need to do, but they have these little hooks on the back side here that whenever you screw from the front, it will pull these across and suck the speaker up against the ceiling like that. Now the metal cans already have the speaker wire on the inside there. Eventually I will probably end up upgrading this. I've got 12 gauge wire running throughout the entire basement here, so I'll probably drill a hole and get some 12 gauge wire in there. But those obviously will connect to your speaker terminals, and that can actually runs around this track along the outside of the speaker. You can kind of see here how it follows around the very outside of all the components. So you'll place that can on there. They say to use a little bit of silicone just to make sure it stays in place, and there is a couple areas where you will use some screws to screw the metal into the side of the plastic here. To make connecting your speaker wire easier, they've included a little plug-in up top here. You will take your speaker wire, connect it to your plug-in, and then plug it in the top there, and then it's ready to install in the ceiling. You also have this little door which you can close and tighten down to make sure nothing gets in where the connections are. Now to start, first off, so this is the dampening that came with the speakers, kind of puny. We are going to actually wrap the entire inside and the back plate with some thicker foam just to give it a little bit more dampening and to hopefully get rid of any resonance that's going to be there in the metal can. There we go. That'll give us a little bit more dampening. We're also going to run just a little bit along the inside of the sides here. So planning on using a little spray glue here and spraying everything into place, but this is actually holding really tight, so I don't think I'm going to worry about that. But we got everything set in place. We'll repeat it for the other side there, and then we'll get to throwing everything in the ceiling. Right, so after trying to test fit this on here, I'm actually going to cut away some of the foam where this port is supposed to be, which is going to be right along one of these corners here. So we'll get that cut out to where that can breathe a little bit. So there we go. Now when we set this on, that port will not be restricted by any of the foam. Next we'll take the cover off of the port. And it's kind of glued on there, so you got to pull it a little bit, but it does come off. Now with this piece off, we can make sure this is aligned properly to where the foam is not going to be hitting that port. We will connect our speaker wire and get this set into place. Would have been nice to have a little extra wire. So we got our can on. Now instead of using the silicone along the bottom, which you would have put on before putting the can on, I'm actually going to be using some tape because I am planning on coming back later and putting some larger speaker wire in here, but I would like to get these in and see how they sound first. To do that, I'm going to be using some foil tape. This will be a good tape for sealing everything off, but it will break apart pretty easily whenever I'm ready to pull the can back off. Also, before I forget, there are a couple places where you can put screws, so I'll go ahead and screw that in so the can does not come off itself. So the holes were already cut in my ceiling. I actually went, when I was doing the building process, and put some plywood right there from stud to stud to make sure it had plenty of support. I've also got the connectors on the speaker wire there, so it is ready to go ahead and throw in the ceiling. To prepare everything to go into the ceiling, all you need to do is make sure that your tabs are up all the way and turned up against the container. That way it will slide into the hole that you made, and as soon as you start tightening these screws, the tabs will come out and drop down against the top of the ceiling to hold the speaker up. There's one successfully installed in the ceiling. Once everything is installed in the ceiling, the magnetic grills just go up and they hold on to the speaker. If you ever want to remove them, just get behind them a little bit and pull them down. So guys, I've had a few weeks to really test out these speakers. I've watched about 10 or 15 movies, including the Blu-ray of Hans Zimmer live in Prague and the Metallica Through the Never concerts. And both of those were pretty close to reference level, and these speakers kept up just great. I think Monoprice did a fantastic job with this speaker setup. Even though these have the ribbon tweeters and everything else has dome tweeters, I felt like they blended pretty well. Didn't really notice too much of a difference. I couldn't differentiate really the highs in these tweeters versus the others. So like I said, I think they did a great job blending with the other speaker setup that I had. Now I also did listen to just the ceiling speakers in stereo to some music to see how they would sound at high volumes and if I had any ear fatigue with them, which I really didn't. No more than I would have with any other speakers at a very loud volume. I thought they did a great job, so really no complaints about the speakers whatsoever. I think they look great and they blend in with the ceiling well, and they also did a great job blending in with the other speakers as far as the sound goes. Now, like I said earlier, I will be comparing the Amber in-ceiling speakers that I have here compared to the Alpha in-ceiling speakers that I put into the bar. They're both the 8-inch. The only difference is the tweeters, it looks like. There's a little different woofer design. The ribbon tweeters actually come out of the center of the cone in the Amber series, whereas it is separate in the Alpha series. And I also did put those cans in the theater area here where I did not put those in the bar. So I'll be able to speak a little bit on those differences and get that video out soon to you guys. But I hope you guys like this install video and short overview of the speakers. Be sure to like and subscribe and check back for more Life of Bliss.